Hello and welcome. This is a random broadcast, and I have got a reason for that. Um, I'm going to try very hard or try as much as possible not to get emotional because when you get emotional in anything that you're discussing, whether it is the intelligence disappears and basically everything becomes you can't make sense. You know, as I was surfing uh, social media this morning, I came across this. Now I'm going to show you this. Look, it's very simple. No, right. I came across this. Sorry for that, because that was a different thing altogether. But I wanted to know whether this is true or not. Now, you see, I'm not a religious person. You might call me a non believer. And to be honest with you, I don't care what you think about me not being religious. Because I have been there, all I could see is religion just bringing so much sufferance. Instead of bringing good, is just bringing so much bad. So, right, that's enough. But have a read at this. If you are looking at this picture, you see it says here, a self-proclaimed imam, Nanfo Diaby in Kankan, Guinea Conakry, was arrested after leading Eid al-Fitr prayers in his local Mandingo language instead of Arabic. Guinea's Office of Religious Affairs has previously warned him to refrain from the practice described as blasphemy. So the guy is actually blaspheming for speaking his language. Where is this leading to? Why is Africa like this? Okay, let me not get emotional here. Let me continue. Angry protesters attacked his mosque and the police arrested him along with some of his followers. The religious department banned him from leading prayers in his compound and anywhere in the country. Well, now, if that doesn't make you angry, you can just laugh as I am. Now, let me show you something else. Somewhere in some parts of Africa have progressed. You see, have progressed. You see what I'm holding here. This is a Bible in Swahili. Yeah, it says Biblia Takatifu. That meaning the Holy Bible. It means if you are anywhere in East Africa, Tanzania, Uganda, the Latin thing went long time ago. You can actually preach in any language you please. But why not in West Africa? So, and who is enforcing all this? And don't tell me it is the Arabs. Arabs have got nothing to do with this. You see, every time we are talking about mental slavery or being in slavery, this shows you why we cannot move where or move beyond where we are. So look, you know, I have got my T-shirt here. I can show it to you. Let me change to another scene so that you can see it properly. This T-shirt here. Every time I wear it, I have seen people complaining, saying, "Why are you saying it is not easy to be African?" Of course, it is not easy to be African. Imagine the guy wants to pray in his own language, but his own people, they are saying, is blaspheming because it's not speaking in Arabic. That is very difficult even to compute, my friend. It is difficult. And let us not blame the Arabs here because the Arabs are not there. They are not in Guinea Conakry. Seriously? Where, when are we going to move on? I, I can't even believe that. I can't actually believe that. Now, you see, there are so many reasons why I might say, let me just check here. Somebody might be watching, but I'm not sure whether you are watching or not. Okay, yeah, okay, this is it. I might say, let me just check here. Somebody might be watching. Yes. So now, whom do we blame? Why? Why is it that in Africa are not allowed? Well, not in Africa, not the whole of Africa. No, 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 no. Some parts of Africa, um, we are not allowed to worship in our own language. Let me tell you why we are having problems and why people, many countries there, they're even surprised. And when they come, they start playing games with us because these kind of things, just arresting somebody because he's worshiping in his own language, man, that one knocked me off big time. Now, I will tell you one thing. I hear every day people talking. Right. We have had a professor. You have got these motivational speakers talking every day. Africa must change. Africa must do this. Africa must do. How will you change? Why can't they preach the change to change our mentality to start off with? How many times are we going to be told that our medicine is not good enough? How many times are we going to be told that our language is not good enough? Yeah? They look where we stand now. Africa, the only thing that we have is the color of our skin. Because that no one can change that. But anything else they can change. Or anything and anything else anyone can come in Africa, in anywhere in any region in Africa. They will come and camp shop and take everything. Do you remember 200 years ago? No, 300 years ago. Yeah, the British, Germans, Spanish, and everybody came. They took people away. They took the gold away. In fact, they took everything. They took everything. So what do we own? Until now, we are still fighting ourselves. We don't even know what we are fighting for. Even when they tell us that we have got freedom. So tell me, so where is the democracy in Guinea Conakry? Is this country a democratic country, or what is it exactly? Because I don't know. I don't know whether that we would call that freedom or not. It is really, 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 really surprising. When I saw this, let me bring it back again. Yeah. When I saw this is crazy, man. This is, I can't even start thinking. A man to be put in jail because he was preaching or he celebrated in his own language. Well, listen, man, I cannot really imagine. This is the thing. Sometimes you need to feel to think that you know what, uh, emotion is sometimes so. How do you fail to get emotional here? Yeah, so a self-proclaimed imam, or maybe this guy here is not certified imam. Is not known as imam, but he was praying to God in his own language. This is the language that God gave him. He didn't give him any other language. Yeah, he was born in Guinea Conakry, and God created a language for those people. So how else would he preach in a language that is not his? Ah, man. Yes, when I say it is not easy to be African, I know it is seriously. Now you get my point. Yeah, now you get my point. So sometimes it is very difficult to comprehend. It is not easy to understand. Now you see the challenges that we are going through here is that we are following these imported ideologies, which are even confusing us even more. First of all, we don't understand. We don't understand these ideologies, what they stand for. You know, I have been doing a program earlier on, and one of my presenter asked a question that, why is it that you come from an English-speaking country, but when you come to Britain, you are supposed to start to learn again? Well, I can understand their thinking, because I can tell you English, for example, is the most complicated language to understand. We might speak it, but to understand English or even to write it is challenging. No wonder they have got at Cambridge or Oxford, they have got this section for learning English. So you can. Anyway, maybe I'm getting away from the point. I am getting away from the point. So now, me go back again to this Bible here. Biblia Takatifu, which means the Holy Bible in Swahili. Now, in Uganda, the Bible has been translated even in vernacular, in local languages. So it goes to show that in some countries, in some African countries, haven't really moved on. They have got this rigid thinking that, okay, this is the original language of what Islam supposed to be. Well, I'm not sure. I don't even think the Arabs will actually support that, because I can guarantee you, here in England, you can get Quran translated in English. So please, West Africa, or if there is any other country similar to Guinea Conakry, yeah, with this kind of thinking, man, you have to think really, really, really. Don't take yourself in dark ages. Yes, low batteries is going, so I know. So we'll just resort to talking. Yes, I know. This is just a kind of really my rant, because it has kicked me so bad that I just thought, man, this is why really we are suffering. And some of the suffering we are actually we are bringing those kind of suffering on us by ourselves. No one else is actually forcing us to do stuff that we don't want to do. That one I can actually say, yes, it is really, 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 I don't know. I might say I am vexed because I cannot believe that a country which is supposed to be moving forward, you are putting a man in jail for speaking his wrong language. Wow. Man, I don't know. Okay, so well, I will tell you one thing. I'm always arguing with my friends, and I have been telling my friends that for Africa to move forward, yes, I don't care whether whether you live in South Africa, whether you live in Uganda, East Africa, Egypt, whatever. Africa is going to take another 200 years before we reach a stage whereby Africa will be thinking in a modern way. Never mind about the cars you are driving. Never mind about the suits you are wearing. But look, that small incident alone, it takes you back 150 years. So some people actually believe that because the original language, or where Islam originated, they speak Arabic, therefore you cannot translate what you speak. Man, Arabic is a language. Arabic is not religion. Yes, the creators of Islam, they might have come, no, they came from that region that speaks that language, but I do not think that they put a restriction that you have everything that you do, you have to dress, you have to speak Arabic in order to be a Muslim. Well, no, I don't think so. I don't even think that Muslim scholars will actually support that. I don't think so. This is the problem. This is an African problem and its backwardness. I'm not talking about the entire Africa. Some African countries, because some African countries have woken up. I remember when I was young, when I was going to the church, you know, I used to hear Latin being chanted, you know, everything was Latin, the Bible was in Latin. But it's like, hey, hang on, man. How do we get to speak Latin or to sing in Latin when is there any somebody watching? Jill Swan is watching. Okay, yeah, man. Listen, Jill, I am really angry. You see, this is why when you see this kind of thing and you ask yourself, why are we going backwards? This one is that like we have gone backwards 10 steps. Yeah, right. Okay, so what I was saying is this. When I was young, I used to hear these beautiful hymns, you know, sung in Latin. If you ask me now, I won't even remember, not even one word, not even a word of Latin that I will remember. As far as as far as I'm concerned, they could be chanting mambo jumbo, you know, and just thinking that they are saying something. No, you see, there are always people who always will will wonder, why do we have to put all that much trouble to ourselves? Imagine this happening in this Western world, because I can't see how it will happen. I don't even think that these people from Guinea Conakry, they have got. I don't think they have really thought about it. So, you put somebody in jail, and you tell that guy you are not supposed to preach because you are not preaching in a language that is not supposed to be. Oh no, I mean you are preaching in a language that is not supposed to be. Yeah, but look, let me ask this question again. What else and what language would this man preach? Because he's not from anywhere else. That is the language that he grew up with. That is the language of his mother's tongue. Yeah. I think really probably it is, you can even laugh, man. You know. This is laughable. I don't even the reason why I'm talking about this, I don't think that I would even have spent all my time just talking about about this instance, because but I think it is better to discuss it, so so that if we come up in the open and discuss, then maybe some people will see sense. How even the government of religious affairs in Guinea Conakry, actually sentencing this guy to jail. Oh man, man, I now, okay, now you see, this actually makes sense. In this time of coronavirus, when other countries, China, everywhere, India, Russia, they are developing their own vaccination, they are developing their own medicine, as we are still waiting. We are still waiting to see what is going to come from the West, and how much they are going to charge us. Yes, I know some might say, yeah, well, Madagascar developed the coronavirus drug, but it was not rejected. Well, I can tell you, maybe the presentation wasn't all that good, because you see, strong countries like China, you cannot even dare telling them that your religion is nothing. You cannot tell them that Buddhism, you can't preach. Uh, you can't preach Buddhism in Chinese. No, you have to preach it in Hindu, because that's Buddhism actually started in India. You see, but you tell me that. Can you actually tell them that you can't actually worship, as a Buddhist cannot worship in Chinese language? They will just say, listen, man, either you are drinking or whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, now I'm going back to my point. As I said, this is a random rant. And to be honest with you, I am trying very hard not to be so emotional, but you can also see that sometimes the emotions, they are trying to catch me up. So, I would say this. Um, who's saying this? To bring them on camera, add. So I've added them. Yes. Now, if you are out there, you are watching, um, and or maybe if you want to add to the conversation, please add to the conversation. I want to ask you a question. Which way, Africa? Where are we going? I want to know if this guy, actually, I would really even start a campaign, release this imam immediately, because this is stupidness. I wouldn't care. I know I don't live in Guinea Conakry. I don't live anywhere else but in England, yes. But I am an African, and I'm very, very, very much attached to Africa. I'm very passionate African. But when I see stupid things like this going on, man, no, sometimes it's time to speak up, man. I know I might be speaking alone here. I'm a lone wolf, but please, oh man, just do us a favor, man. Africa, or some parts of Africa, let us wake up. And for you guys who are there out talking, giving speeches and stuff like this, these are the things that you would be talking about. Because something that you have been talking about, Africa getting together, let us do this, that one I don't see, because you see, we have got a problem. We can't get together easily. That will be another day, though. Now, if Africa were together, we would be fighting for this man. Seriously, let me bring him on the screen before my yeah. We should actually defend this guy. We should actually campaign for him to be released. Maybe he's been released as we speak, but this action here shouldn't even take place. Someone cannot be conditioned actually just to. But that's not only him. That it means that they are telling you if you are an African, you are not supposed to do things in a certain way unless you get permission from somewhere. And I don't know where that that permission is coming from. Anyway, yes, I've been ranting for 25 minutes and that's it. So I just want to leave you a question. What do you think this man, which language would he preach in? Because God created him, he gave him that language. That is his mother's tongue. So if you really think that the authorities in Guinea Conakry, they are right, then I don't know. But I think we should also condemn the government. Thank you very much for watching. And I am a man called Jay, vexed beyond words. Thank you.